Polling stations in Kenya's third city and opposition stronghold, Kisumu, did not open. Kenyans voted in a controversial election rerun, while police fired tear gas at stone-throwing demonstrators in some areas of Kisumu, while opposition supporters blocked roads with blocks and burning tires to hinder police movements. St. Mary's Primary School in the Ikibuye neighborhood of the city witnessed huge queues of voters in the August vote, but today the gates were locked. Uhuru Kenyatta, who was declared the winner of the August vote, said that security forces would be deployed nationwide to ensure order, and he urged Kenyans to vote while respecting the rights of those who don't. Opposition leader Raila Odinga has said the new vote won't be credible because of a lack of electoral reform since the August election, and accused Kenyatta of moving a country known for relative stability and openness toward authoritarian rule.
We don't want anything like ballot boxes or what. We are not going to vote and we are not going to allow it.
Nobody even wants to conduct. Nobody wants to be a returning officer. Nobody wants to be at the polling center. You can't actually force people to do that. It is their own decision.
No polling station will be opened due to our mentality and our reaction. We cannot allow it. If anybody will be allowed to open the polling station, we'll deal with him.
My expectation for this election, it will be good, it will be peaceful, and it will have, and the peace will be kept, and I know that all Kenyans will be happy, and we will have our chosen leader.
Well, Kenyan journalist joining us on the phone line, Francis Mutehi. A very good morning to you, Francis. Thank you for joining us here on ANN7. Just tell us, are you expecting more court cases to be against these elections today?
Well, I think it is rather clear that there is not going to be a conclusive resolution to face without a court battle once more. Because in the end, as we were planning to go into the voting process today, there were 12 cases that were being handled, trying to either stop or trying to push the opposition to take part, and all these kind of cases. Some of them collapsed, others had to be deferred for ruling, others could not take off because of various technicalities, and others were ruled in favor of the process proceeding. So generally, there has been a battle of minds between the lawyers fighting for either side of the political divide. And in this case, therefore, I'm not going to be very pessimistic rather, but I would rather say it is not going to happen without really having another battle of cases in court after this process. Once it's over, people will have to look for something that they'll have to point as to why they think the process was not legal, the process was not constitutional, and the process was not free, fair, and credible.
Now, I have seen on Twitter that there's been some disruptions happening this morning in Kenya in accordance to the elections happening today. Now, how are things there? What is the situation at the moment?
Well, the situation is changing as the day goes on. Initially in the morning, there were quite some running battles in some of the areas where Raila Odinga, the opposition leader, was seen to be withdrawn from the race and called on his followers to boycott the elections. There was quite some commotion here and there, especially in some illegal, so to say, informal settlement areas in Nairobi, like Kibera and Mathare, and then, of course, the areas where he's born from, that is the Nyanza, the stronghold of the National Super Alliance, NASA, where Raila Odinga hails from. There have been running battles. They've stopped most of the polling centers from taking on with the exercise, and this is to say that no polling has taken place in most of these areas. Police have done a great job this far, according to many analyses that have been done, because there hasn't been a major incident of police brutality or overreacting to this kind of protests. And what these people are doing is basically they're blocking roads, they're banning tires on the road. They are making sure nobody is heading to any polling station in that particular zone. There are a few areas, it's now emerging that the polling is going on in police stations in those areas to ensure that those who wanted to vote can do that. But what worries some of them is that what will happen after they have voted, probably once the police have left the place. There is a probability that these people may act against you. And as well, the rest of the areas where you do have proper polling for the sitting government, there is a process that is peaceful and proceeding as planned. Of course, the turnout has been low because initially there were fears about what could happen. But the process is going on in majority of the areas where President Uhuru Kenyatta are polling, or areas where people are not keen about matters stand.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. That was Kenya journalist Francis Mutegi, just joining us on the phone line, giving us some information as to the situation in Kenya this morning as their polling stations have opened for the election that will be taking place today.